Now, in a world that is constantly trying to steal, threaten, and suppress my joy, I don't yell and I don't fight. I modify to see, be, and create joy. If you haven't gathered, my name is Maud, and yes, I modified that word so that I could put my joy into language for everybody to understand. I truly believe that we all have the ability to find that thing or those things that make us joyful. And today, we are going to modify together. I believe that we all have the ability to make joyful choices throughout our day. Anytime I feel like my joy is waning, I stop everything and reignite it. Every day when I wake up, I smile. I make myself smile. This is a non-negotiable, joyful choice that I make. Before I look at my phone, before I check any emails, even before I put on music, I smile. And I continue to make joyful choices throughout my day. A lifelong joyful choice that I've made is tap dance. Now, almost everybody has either taken a tap dance class or wanted to take a tap class. Even my grandmother, a 98-year-old Holocaust survivor, took tap dance in Paris before the war. Now, she says she wasn't that great, but whenever she tells this story, she has so much joy. And having survived a war, the murder of most of her family, and a forced relocation across the world, she has always chosen joy. She understands the importance of joy and freedom and knows that for me, that lives in dance. Now, when people find out that I'm a tap dancer, they're usually really excited to tell me that they used to do it, and then they show me something they remember from 20, 30 years ago. It's really exciting. Bam, they're happy, they smile. It brings me joy too. But then they pause and they say, I wish I never stopped. To which I reply, it's never too late to start again. Joy has the power to be rediscovered, reimagined, and reignited at any moment. There is joy all around us. Now, a little history. Tap dance is an African-American art form, and its sheer essence was born out of the necessity to feel free when our ancestors were not. Like many art forms of oppressed peoples, this tradition has been passed down through song, dance, and storytelling, not through the written word. The pain that my ancestors endured and transcended in creating this expression is why I carry it with so much pride and joy. Last year, we went to Folsom State Prison to perform for hundreds of incarcerated men. And after our performance, several of the men came up to us and said, when you danced, I felt free. I felt free when you danced. The beauty that comes from struggle is timeless and powerful. Now, a little bit of Maud history. So, I have always been a joyful child. I was the kid on a leash. Yep, my mother, who is a white woman, put me on a neon green leash that attached to my wrist right here in DC when it was still Chocolate City. Now, let me tell you, I have to tell you that my mom did raise me to be joyful. She did everything to protect, nourish, and encourage my joy, and in doing so, she kind of created a joy monster. It was so out of control that even my father, who was a black man who worked in the civil rights movement, allowed this leash thing. But I can't blame them because I did wander a lot, and I didn't believe in stranger danger. I thought everybody was my friend, and I wanted to make everyone feel as happy as I did. So my mom put me in dance. It was a safe space where I could be myself, talk a lot, and then also learn when to be quiet and learn how to express myself through my movement. I was not a prodigy child. I wasn't even that great. I still lacked flexibility, and my balance was a little off. But I did have spirit. I would like to remind you, I was already a very loud child, and my mom put me in the loudest form of dance. And I danced all the time. There was a hard surface, guess who was dancing? Me. But the most amazing thing is that my family never quieted my joy. Now, my community tap company here in Washington, D.C., we performed everywhere. Our teacher, Miss Tony Lambre, believed that tap was healing and we had to share it with everybody. And when I say we performed everywhere, we performed at Georgia Avenue Day, the Martin Luther King Library for a mostly homeless audience, and even St. Elizabeth's Psychiatric Hospital for the criminally insane. From 8 years old, I saw the power of tap dance and joy and how it could heal even the most tortured soul. I went on to Columbia University because I wanted to study film, because with my sister, we wanted to put tap dance back in film and television. Big dreams. When I was graduating my senior year, I got often asked the daunting question, what are you gonna do after you graduate? And I was really excited. I would proudly retort, I'm gonna be a tap dancer. And people would say, you're gonna be broke. Why would you come all the way to Columbia and to get an Ivy League degree and you're gonna dance? I think we've all been there. Joy thieves, naysayers, haters, bullies. And to be honest, at first they shook me a little bit. But then I realized they had no vision. Spoiler alert, that didn't stop me. Here I am. My sister Chloe created the Syncopated Ladies. We are an all-female tap dancing band. We have over 70 million collective views online and on television. We have traveled around the world performing, teaching, and spreading the love for tap dance our way. We control the narrative. This has never been done before. I am humbled the way that I've learned how to continue to be joyful all over the world. Over the past 12 years, I've taught 10,000 people from the slums in Rio de Janeiro and hoods all across America to private institutions in Dubai and Beverly Hills. And what I found is that when you give people the freedom to express, when you give them the freedom to be themselves, to move, they become superhuman. And when you become superhuman, you can become your own superhero. And when you dance, when you move, you release your anxiety, you release your stress, you release your trauma. And I am so thankful that this is my work. Now, I also believe that joy is all around us. You just have to open your eyes, open your ears, you see it everywhere. So I was in the grocery store the other day, and I'm walking around, and I hear tap shoes. And I was thinking, I know I cannot be losing my hearing this much. Like, I hear loud music all the time, I'm around tap dancers, but am I going crazy? Like, is this some kind of like semblance of things that I'm hearing from the past? So I walk around, and I see a little girl walking around in her tap shoes. And everybody that passes her smiles. So y'all know I had to go talk to this little girl because she had on some tap shoes. So I walk up, she was yay high. I walk up to her, I do a little tap step in my sneakers. She replied in her tiny tap shoes. At that point, we were having a conversation, and she probably couldn't even speak yet. Rhythm and joy are universal languages. I've talked to you a lot about how tap dance brings me joy. And another way to find joy is to share joy. And so right now, I need you, yes, you at home, I'm looking at you, no tap shoes required, but you gonna dance, okay? Now, you can do this sitting down, standing up, you can hum it, you can scat it, you can do it alone, you can do it with a friend. What we're gonna do is call and response. This is a tradition in tap dance where I go, I do a rhythm, and you repeat the rhythm. All right, are you ready? I feel it, I feel your energy. Are you ready to feel the joy? All right, here we go. I go, you go. You go. Da, 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 da. Yes. Da, 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 da. Ba, da, 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 da. it up for yourselves. Y'all are amazing. Give it up for yourselves. Here's what I know. You were smiling. Here's what I know, especially when I did that fast one. You were like, ooh, she tried it. She tried it, but I know that you felt good. In that moment, we chose joy together. Modify, to see, be, and create joy. People often say, follow your dreams. I say, follow your joy. Your dream lives there, and your path should be filled with joy all along the way. I hope that you choose joy every day, and when you find it, own it. Remember the power of joy. Thank you.